Hello! Today we're going to take a look at combinations, which we saw in class some time ago. But anyways, so before starting the record here, I put some things on the screen. So the first example we're going to look at is what I imagine to be a lock of some kind. So I don't want to draw the entire lock, but this is supposed to be the lock. Imagine something like you find on a suitcase. Very basic lock. It has a few numbers you can choose between, but that's really it. So in this case, my lock has 3 different pins that can move, let's say, and each has 6 different numbers, so the numbers from 1 through 6. So 3 options here, and each time you have 6 different numbers. So basically the way you want to do this is always, well, generally speaking, is you have to figure out how many times do I have to choose and how many choices do I have each time. And as I have told you in class, make boxes. So in this case it's quite obvious because I already kind of wrote it out, but well, boxes. So let's, which that does not look good. There we go. So how many times do I have to choose here? 3 times. So I need to make 3 boxes. So that's 1. That's number 2. And number 3. So that's the first thing. 3 times I have to make a choice because 1 for each pin. Okay, so how many choices do I have for each box? Well, each pin or whatever it is has 6 different numbers. So there are 6 choices. So I put the number 6 here. The same is true for the other ones. So that's it. Now for the math part. We need to multiply these. So it's 6 times 6 times 6. So that's 36 times 6, that's 180 plus 36, that's 216. If I'm not doing it wrong, but either way, you can check on the calculator. So this is the number of different combinations on the lock, where you have the 3 pins and each pin has the 6 different numbers. So that's pretty straightforward. Make the boxes, put the numbers in, do the math. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's kind of part. Okay, welcome back for part number 2. So, different problem here. Let's imagine we're going to a restaurant and you're looking at the menu and you see they have appetizers like here, and there are 4 different options. The main course or the main menu, there are 7 options, and then for desserts there are 5. So if you want to know how many different combinations you can have, well, we'll do it the same way as before. So I left the 3 boxes here because I wanted to use them again. But basically, you're going to, I'm going to draw them anyway because why not? Good. So I know I have them, but so we have the space in between. So 3 boxes, because there are 3 different kind of options here: appetizers, main, and dessert. So the numbers should be 4 because appetizers, 7 for the main course, and 5. The order doesn't technically matter, but either way. And we have to multiply them. So it's 4 times 7 times 5. So 4 times 7 is 28. Instead of doing times 5, we can do times 10, so that's 280. And then we need half of that because it's not 10, it's 5, so that's 140 different combinations. So that's how many you have based on this menu. So that's actually quite a lot. So that's another example, and the numbers here are different. Other than that, it is kind of really the same. Okay, so this is the 3rd part. This is one that caused a bit of issues in class, at least in the beginning. Slightly different problem here. I already wrote it out, but imagine your mom bought a package with 6 different donuts for you For dessert, 4 days in a row, you get to choose one to eat. How many combinations are there? Now, I don't know if this is the best example because donuts after 4 days are probably not the best, but that's besides the point. So again, what do I do first? Well, I have to consider how many times do I have to choose. And since it says 4 days in a row, and I assume it's just one dessert per day, that means 4. So let's make 4 boxes. Box number 1, box number 2, box number 3, and box number 4. So 4 times I have to choose. Now I just need to know how many options I have for each box. So for the first day, my first dessert, how many donuts do I have? Well, I have 6. So I put 6 in there. And this is where problems can start, because if you just assume you have the same number every time, you're going to run into trouble. In this case, you have to be maybe a little bit logical, but it should be obvious. If, say, Monday, your mom says, here, 6 donuts, choose one, you pick one and you eat it, you obviously don't have 6 choices when you get to day number 2, because you ate one yesterday. So, how many do you have day 2? Well, you have one less than you did yesterday, so that is 5. And so on and so forth. Each day you have one option less. So that's 4, and that's a 3. So, those are your choices, and then there will be 2 left over. Maybe they go in the trash or God knows, but not important for this. So now we just do the math. 3 times 4 is 12, then times 6, let's say, that's 72, I think. And that's 720, so that's 360. Unless I did a little bit of math oopsie there, but those are the different combinations you can eat your donuts. So, yeah. Point here is, always consider, do I still have the same number of choices, or does that number go down? It's very, very important, because if not, well, you will definitely do the wrong math. If you put in here 6 times 6 times 6 times 6, well, that will give you a much higher number than the 360. So, always take the time to really think about how many choices do I actually have. One of the ones we did in class was with library books that you wanted to take home. And obviously after choosing one book, you wouldn't choose the same book again as your second choice, because it's already choice number 1. So the number of options will go down as you go through them. But that's basically how you do combinations. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that was understandable. Bye.